Major League Baseball announced the finalists for the American League and National League Silver Slugger Awards. We've got three from each team at each position. Outfield has six, and then for some reason the National League third base has four. So let's get into them. First up, we'll go AL first base. We've got Vlad Guerrero Jr. of the Blue Jays, Nick Kurtz of my A's, and Vinny Pasquantino for the Royals. As much of a good season that Vlad had, I think this one's going to go to Nick Kurtz. He was absolutely phenomenal the second he got called up by the A's. And I think he's Rookie of the Year, and I think he wins his first Silver Slugger of maybe many. Second base, Jazz Chisholm for the Yankees, Brandon Lau for the Rays, and Jorge Polanco for the Mariners. Jorge Polanco only played like 30 games at 30 or 40 games at second base. Seems like an odd pick at this one. This one probably goes to Jazz Chisholm, though. Third base, Alex Bregman for the Red Sox, Junior Caminero for the Rays, and Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. I think this one goes to Junior Caminero pretty much in a landslide. He was absolutely phenomenal for the Rays this year. Shortstop, Bo Bichette for the Blue Jays, Jeremy Pena for the Astros, Bobby Witt Jr. for the Royals. Pena and Bichette both had great seasons, but this one I think will go to Bobby Witt Jr. Catcher, Shea Langoliers, Salvador Perez, and Cal Raleigh. Are we even going to question this? It's going to Cal Raleigh, but it's worth mentioning that Shea Langoliers had a fantastic second half, led the league in home runs that second half. So keep an eye out maybe for 2026 at this position. Never know. Maybe it's my A's bias. Outfield, there's six of them. Cody Bellinger for the Yankees, Byron Buxton for the Twins, Riley Green for the Tigers, Aaron Judge for the Yankees, Julio Rodriguez for the Mariners, and George Springer of the Blue Jays. A situation where Springer didn't play a ton of games for the Blue Jays at the outfield position. So I think we're going to see, obviously, Aaron Judge. He's very likely to be the MVP of the league as well. So we'll probably see Aaron Judge win one. And I think we'll see Byron Buxton and Julio Rodriguez win. Maybe Riley Green will replace Julio Rodriguez. I'm curious to see how the votes go for the outfield. DH, Yandy Diaz, Brent Rooker, and George Springer. Springer is eligible in two positions because of how many he played in DH and outfield. Now, selfishly, I want Brent Rooker. And I think he has a really strong chance. So we'll see how the DH plays out. Utility, Michael Garcia, Zach McKinstry, and Ben Rice. This one to me is a little bit more of a toss-up. Ben Rice had a pretty good season, so I'm not quite sure about the utility position for this one. Team, Yankees, Mariners, and Blue Jays. Kind of got a feeling we'll see the Mariners in this one, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Yankees or Blue Jays won either. In the National League, first base, Pete Alonso, Freddie Freeman, and Matt Olson. This one I'd give to Pete Alonso. He had a great season this year, and he's already opted out of the Mets, so let's see where he's playing in 2026. Second base, Nico Horner, Ketel Marte, and Bryce Turang. Kind of another one that's going to be interesting to see. Horner, obviously the contact guy. Ketel Marte was an MVP finalist last season, so let's see how that one plays out. Third base, Matt Chapman, Manny Machado, Max Muncy, and Austin Riley. Kind of curious if they went with four finalists here, maybe a tie for third place, or maybe a tie for first place. Who knows? I'm curious to see how this one goes as well. I'm not quite sure. I wouldn't want to put a guess on it. Shortstop, Francisco Lindor, Geraldo Perdomo, and Trey Turner. I lean Lindor in this one. Turner had a pretty solid year average-wise, but a little bit of a down one for him as Trey Turner as a whole. So let's see how the shortstop ends up. Catcher, William Contreras, Hunter Goodman, and Will Smith. Another one that's not really a clear front runner, probably between Contreras and Smith, though. In the outfield, Corbin Carroll, Pete Crow Armstrong, Juan Soto, Kyle Stowers, Kyle Tucker, and James Wood. Pretty interesting list, in my opinion, because we have three guys that really fell off in the second half in Pete Crow Armstrong, Kyle Tucker, and James Wood. And then Kyle Stowers really shot up in the second half. So I think Corbin Carroll and Juan Soto win this one, or get two of the three spots for sure. That third spot, I'm not sure where this goes. I'd probably lean more James Wood or Kyle. I'd want to give it to Kyle Stowers, honestly, but that third spot is going to go anyway. I think any of these four guys could win it. At the DH, Shohei Ohtani, Kyle Schwarber, and Christian Yelich. Sorry, Christian. I mean, this one's going to Ohtani or Schwarber, and it's probably going to be Ohtani. He, once again, puts up another phenomenal year for the Dodgers. At the utility spot, well, because the Cardinals can't place anyone in one specific position, they have two guys, Alec Burleson and Brendan Donovan, and then Jake Cronenworth for the Padres. Probably going to be either Burleson or Donovan in this one. Team-wise, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks, Chicago Cubs, and Los Angeles Dodgers. The Cubs were absolutely phenomenal offensively this year. I lean towards them, but we shall see. The winners will be announced on 2 separate days, November 6th for the National League and the 7th for the American League. I'll be covering the National League announcement. The American League announcement will be slightly delayed. I'm going out of town that weekend. So let me know in the comments what you think. Is there anyone that missed, that the MLB missed, that they should have put on to these finalists, especially maybe at second base in the American League? I mean, not a ton of options, but Jorge Polanco at only 40 games, kind of a little bit of a stretch in my opinion. So, and who do you think should win at these positions? I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Please hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Otherwise, we will see you for the World Series games starting this weekend. Thanks for watching.